What's up, all you good fellow fly guys? You know who it is, the cat in the hat, your resident fly guy, your chief architect, Michael Andrew of StarArchitects.com, here to help you redesign your frame of mind when it comes to this styling thing. And welcome to another Discourse in Dress, some expressions for your ensemble, and some sonnets for your style. Today we are going to be talking about your language of love. How I came up with this concept was I was reading Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, and started to think about what my love language was and what I would be looking for a love language from a partner. Now, since this is the month of love, this is the time when flower, bouquets are crazy high, when candies are flying off the shelf and restaurants are booked full to capacity. I personally think that every day should be Valentine's Day. So I'm not really into the commercialism of it all, but I do enjoy the concept of being able to express my love to somebody else. Listen, I'm a romantic. I don't make any claims or shame about it. That's just who I am. So I thought that this book would be beneficial to you. Now, if you've read the book, I would love to hear what your love language is, what your partner's love language is, and how you guys show those appreciations for each other's love language. And if you haven't, go check it out. I think it'll be a dope read for you, and it'll be great for your library. So the first love language is words of affirmation. This is actually my love language. If a person can feed my ego, make me feel good, then that's great on the superficial side. But when it comes to more in-depth elements of words of affirmation, then the lady in my life who encourages me, who speaks critically about what I'm working on and shows engagement and talks about what she likes about what I'm doing and also what she doesn't like, helps affirm that I know where I'm going, right? So even hearing from you guys and hearing that this is a great post or that I really learned a lot means a lot to me, more than you probably know, when it comes to that, because words of affirmation are my thing. So if your lady is a word of affirmation love language, then make sure that you're affirming her. Make sure that you are showing her how much you care simply by speaking to her. And don't just talk about her being beautiful. In that case, just go thank her parents, because she didn't have anything to do with that. But if she's a stylish young lady, compliment her on her style. Talk to her about how brilliant she is. And if you really want a special caveat, talk to her friends about how beautiful she is. Not your friends, but her friends, and tell her how wonderful she is, because that will get back to her, and she will make sure that she shows you appreciation. Guaranteed. The second love language is acts of service. Now, this doesn't have to be a grand gesture. This could be something as simply as you taking out the trash, washing dishes, cleaning up the house when she normally does this thing. Take her out of her norm and do something different, and make sure that she feels appreciated. This is the act of love, right? It's you doing the work and showing her literally love. The acts of service, talk can be kind of cheap. She may not really buy into that, because all you're doing is saying something, you're not really doing anything. So these people like action. They like for you to actually do something that she can look at and say, wow, I really appreciate that. And if you can act in that manner, be a giver, a person who is watching over her and making sure that you are showing her love, then she's going to make sure that she shows you some love back. The third love language is receiving gifts. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. When I first read this, I was thinking this dude is endorsing gold diggers. I'm not with that. I'm not cool with that. We shouldn't be endorsing gold diggers. But in all actuality, when it's broken down, giving a gift is an expression of love. So again, this doesn't have to be some grandiose gesture. It could be something as simple as your girl or an acquaintance that you may have an interest in. You can just listen to certain things about it. I had a homegirl who told me one of the most romantic things that a dude ever did was going to get her a Snickers bar and bringing it to her office, because she said that she wanted, a candy bar, and he knew that was her favorite candy bar. So it was something as simple as that went a long way. Right? They ended up hanging out and getting together. I think they're about to get married. A Snickers moved to matrimony, right? So those little things like that are just gifts. Another part of that could be your talents, your gifts that you have that you can do for her. Something like playing the piano for her, or singing to her, or writing her poetry. All these things can be gifts that she'll appreciate. A great gift that another friend of mine got her boyfriend, my mutual homeboy, was a designer. He was working on this collection, and she got a capsule collection, like 3 pieces, that she could wear and that were his, and that meant the world to her. Like, it did something great for her. So these gifts don't have to be anything expensive or super elaborate. It's just about showing her the expression of love. The 4th love language is quality time. So if you or your lady is this type, then you appreciate that undivided attention. So fellas, you gotta turn off the game, turn off your video game, or whatever you're doing, and just give her some time. And again, it doesn't have to be 4 hours. It can be 15 to 20 minutes just listening to her talk about her day, good, bad, or indifferent, not trying to make any changes or fix any of those different types of things. It's just about spending time with her. And when you spend time with her, you'll start to see that you're learning something new about her, that you're having this new experience, and it can reinvigorate the passion in you guys' life. And again, a man who's attentive to his lady will always receive that attention back at least 3-fold from that lady. The 5th love language is physical touch. Now, this is my secondary love language, but it's right on the heels of words of affirmation. If I can't cuddle with you at night, I don't care how hot or how cold it is, then we have a problem. And physical touch isn't just sexual. It is sometimes endearing, it's sometimes comforting, it's sometimes secure. And when you can do these things, it makes you feel that way. And so it only enhances the closeness, the intimacy that you have with your partner. So those are the 5 love languages. Just to recap, those are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. So what is your love language? I would love you to hear it just based on what I talked about. If you haven't read the book, you can give me what you think your love language is, or what do you think your partner's love language is, and how can you help enhance that? Leave me some comments in the comment box and let me know what you're thinking. Make sure that you give this a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and subscribe definitely if you are enjoying this information so that you don't miss any one of these episodes. Next week we'll be talking all about how to utilize their love language to get them a Valentine's Day gift. And ladies, if you're watching this, please make sure that you show love to your partners. It's not only Valentine's Day for the ladies, fellas need love too. So before I get up out of here, make sure you check all of our social media accounts at Style Architects, and don't ever forget that dress is nothing more than the expression of a man's state of mind, so you should always dress to express. I'll see you next week. Peace. Today we're going to be talking about formulating the foundation for your identity through your image. See how I do.